Grade 4 Olympiad question. So the first unit chapter is Fundamentals of Computer. Which of the following peripheral devices captures audio signals for computer processing? Now mouse, it cannot process, it cannot take the signals and it cannot process. So this is a wrong answer. Printer, it cannot it cannot take the input signals as audio signals. So this is also wrong answer. Now audio. Okay, so when we are talking about audio, microphone is somewhat related to that, and the next one is webcam. Okay, so webcam actually it also has a function of capturing the audio signals, but here the question is for computer processing that is related, so the answer is C. Okay, next question, which of the following devices is suitable for capturing information from paper? Okay, so understand this point very clearly, from paper and storing it in graphic format. Now the first one, look at the image and remember it. Okay, this is a scanner, and this scanner has a capability of capturing the image. Okay, that means, for suppose you have a paper and you want to scan that and you want to convert that into a document, so this paper will be given to a scanner, it can scan. Okay, now next one is webcam, it cannot. Printer, it will only give you the output and in a hard copy. Okay, so next one is joystick, which is usually used for gaming. Now the correct answer for this is first one, scanner. Okay, because from paper and storing it in a graphic format. Okay, so this is the answer. Find the odd one out regarding storage devices. So clearly in the question itself it is given that storage devices. First one is a hard disk, that is a storage device. Memory card is also a storage device. Now joystick is not a storage device. The last one is pen drive. Pen drive is also a storage device. Now which one is the odd one? Out of all these, which one is a different one? The different one is joysticks. Now the answer is joystick. Name the component shown in the image. So what is this component? You try to figure it out. That acts as the central backbone of a computer system. Now RAM, it's a storage device. CPU socket, where it processes the functioning and all that. UPS, where it is helpful for power supply. Now next one is motherboard. Now here the question is, the central backbone of the computer system is motherboard. Motherboard will help you to connect all the hardware parts of a computer. Okay, now next question is, which IPO? IPO here means input process output cycle is correct for making mixed fruit juice. Okay, so this IPO cycle is very important. So look at the image, here there is a juice and where it helps to convert into a juice, that's a process. All these raw vegetables can be considered as input. Now understand first, the raw vegetables, whatever the raw vegetables, fruits which you give can be converted into a juice with the help of a mixer. Okay, now this mixer can be considered as a process unit. So the first option is 3 2 1. That means first these fruits can be converted into the juice, then with the help of the mixer, then it can be converted to a juicer. Now 1 3 2, this is a wrong option. Third one 3 1, directly fruits cannot be converted to juice. There is some actual process going on. That actual process is with the help of the juicer. So the answer is 3 2 1. Next question, which of the following enables user to create free handwriting drawings with a stylus? Which one? Okay, graphics tablet, printer, keyboard and scanner. So the answer is graphics tablet. This is also same like our normal tab, where we can use stylus. Okay, stylus to draw free handwriting. Now next question, identify the following. It is used to listen to audio privately without disturbing others. Which one will help you to listen the audio so that you cannot disturb others? Okay, usually if suppose you're watching YouTube and if you keep it out, everyone can hear it. But instead of that, if you wanted to omit that, which one will you prefer? Will you prefer microphone, OMR, headphone or speaker? This is a very simple question. Microphone is used for usually as an input. Okay, OMR, where it is used for scanning, headphone, and speaker. Speaker, if you wanted to make everyone access to the audio which you are hearing, speaker will be the answer. But here, without disturbing others, so the answer is headphone. Which internal component allows your computer to retain data even more when it is powered off? So the question here is, for suppose there is a sudden power cut and still you wanted to retain your data. Okay, so which one will help you to retain your data? The options are RAM, motherboard, hard disk drive, and processor. So for suppose when there is a sudden power cut, RAM will help you to erase the data only. You cannot retain the data. Motherboard also the same thing. It does not have that flexibility of storing your data. Next one is processor. No, even the processor also, it helps in functioning, but it does not help you to retain the data. Now the next one is hard disk drive. Hard disk drive, usually whatever the data which you store in that, even if there is a sudden power cut, the data will be same in the hard disk drive. Now, given below is an image of a computer system. Answer the following questions. Which of the following peripheral device is used to convert paper document into electronic files? Okay. Now here the objects are given. This is a printer, this is a scanner, this is a CPU, this is a desktop, keyboard, and these are the speakers. Now this is your headphone. Okay, but instead of giving the objects directly, what they have given is, they have mentioned with a labeling. Okay, each and every object is given with a different labeling, R, P, Q, T. Okay, so try to understand the question. Now the question is, which one will help you to convert paper documents into electronic files? So that is scanner. Okay, so if you scan, the paper documents will be converted into a hard copy, soft copy. Okay, whereas printer will get soft copy into a hard copy. Okay, so now the answer for this is P. Select the correct match. It is showing P for scanner, no, or yes. Yes, P for scanner. Okay, now R for headphone, no, this is the wrong match. U for speakers, yeah, this is also a correct match. S for printer, no, this is also an incorrect match. R for headphone, also incorrect match. P for scanner, also the correct match. So both of these are correct. Okay, P and A and D is the correct answer. Next question. A dash is a computer device that allows user to control the cursor on the screen by rolling a ball with their thumb or fingers. Which one is that? Okay, usually a trackball also will help. Pointing stick, graphic tablets, no, that's not. That is basically like how we use a pen for writing. Tablet also similarly like that. Now joystick. Which of the following is the correct answer? It is an input device, okay, that allows user to control the cursor. The answer for this question is graphics pointing stick. Okay, now next one. Which of the following types of devices is consisting of a light source and sensor that can read printed barcodes? Okay, so which one usually help is this? When you went to D-Mart, Trends, or whatever might be, any shopping malls, you might have seen this. So this basically help you to read the barcode and it transmit the output to a computer. So the answer for this question, 12th one, is A. Now which of the following statements is incorrect about the given part of the computer? Incorrect statement we have to identify. It runs the computer's operating system. It performs calculations and executes instructions. It stores data and applications permanently. It is a small integrated circuit. Now, which is the incorrect data you must identify? Now, option C is the correct answer. It stores data and applications permanently. No, sometimes it may not store the data and applications permanently. Now, moving forward to the next question. The given type of machine can be seen it. Okay, where you have seen this machine? Have you seen this in your classrooms? Parks, homes, stores and shops. The answer is stores and shops. Which of the following is used to manage the communication between the software and the hardware? That is an operating system. An operating system is something like a bridge between the software and the hardware. Now the next question is assertion and reasoning based question. So there will be given two statements and you have to figure out the correct answer. Which of the following statements holds true regarding the given device? Statement 1 and statement 2. It allows user to interact with the device by tapping or swiping on the screen. Okay. Next, it converts physical touch into digital signals for device input. Now, which one is the correct? Only statement 1 or both the statements or neither the statements? So this device, it acts in two ways. So it is it is used to interact by tapping or swiping. Usually, I think you have seen in mall they'll just swipe it by entering the groceries or items whatever we have taken. That is the first thing, and it converts their physical touch into digital signals also. So the answer for this question is both statement 1 and 2. Okay. Now unscramble the given letters and select the correct statement about it. Okay, so the words given here is randomly they have given, so you try to unscramble those words and try to figure out the correct match. There are some clues given here, now try to match with it. It acts as an interface between the user and the system, that is operating system. So whether it is an operating system or not, we'll check it. OPERATING, yes, operating system. Okay, SYS TEM. This is also considered a system. By the first clue, we find it out. It might be operating system. Now next one is it puts the computer to sleep mode. No. It log outs the current user. No, this is also not the correct answer. It safely terminates all running applications and power of the computer. So the answer for this one is operating system. Okay. Try to unscramble the words and write the answer. Operating system. Next one is identify the printer type with the help of the given description. The key component of this printer is an interchangeable metallic or plastic disc. This printer is invented by David. The hammer will strike each character into the ribbon, creating an impression of the character on the printing surface. So the answer for this question is daisy wheel printer. So each and every printer is having its own specifications. Laser printer, which is a very costly printer, inkjet printer, dot matrix printer, daisy printer, each and every printer is having its own specifications. Now next one. David, a teacher, told his students that inside a CPU box there is a hardware in the form of a chip that is responsible for processing of the data. Now which part did David talking about? So he's talking about CPU. Okay. Now next question. A programmer noticed his computer slowing down due to insufficient storage. Whenever he tries to open or she try to open, they are unable to open it because of the insufficient storage. Now which memory upgrade would you improve the performance of the system? So always remember the performance of the system is based on RAM. Okay. So here we are talking about insufficient storage and they are unable to open. So which one is responsible? RAM is responsible. Okay. So the answer is RAM. Now the generations of computers is given. So try to remember this. These are very very important. First generation computers ENIAC and EDVAC, UNIVAC also. Now second generation of computer UNIVAC, IBM 1401 and 700. Third generations IBM UNIVAC series 2. Fourth generations Apple. Now we are in fifth generation laptops, IBM notebooks, etc.